The sirens blew their whistles. Flames are spreading throughout the man's home, and black smoke is floating. Before his eyes was all he had worked so hard to build in his life. Who would have guessed that this would mark the start of a significant shift in his life? The man stood, looking at the charred house with confusion. But instead of sinking into despair, he thought of the teachings in Buddhism about impermanence, the impermanence of all things. He realized that this was an opportunity to start over and see the value of the events that occurred. With this new perspective, the man not only got the idea of building a simpler, more sustainable home, but he also discovered a new way of thinking and living. That makes him a light person, ready to deal with every change in life. The man's story teaches us that even when life seems to be consumed by fire, we can still create new meaning and value. By looking at the world positively and adhering to Dhamma principles, we'll find out how today. As the man said, see the good in everything that happens, and learn why maintaining this mindset is crucial for healing and personal development. Are you prepared to learn about the power of optimism, even in the most dire situations? Now let's get going. Has anyone ever imagined what benefits a home fire might have? It sounds weird, don't you think? However, this is the real story of a well-known Thai creative for advertising. That turns the situation from one of tragedy into one of vital life lessons. He got a call one night saying his house was on fire. Once reaching the location, he witnessed the garden and wooden house he had always treasured and loved being consumed by fire. While it would seem like the end, for him, this was just the start of a significant discovery. He stopped in the middle of the confusion and posed an unexpected inquiry. What are the benefits of such an event? Consider 3 ideas. The first advantage, he says, is that this is the first time I've seen a house burn in front of my eyes for a commercial film director. This is a very valuable direct experience. Next, if you have to film a fire scene, he will know exactly how to make it as realistic as possible. The second advantage he sees is that burning a house down to ashes is good. The ashes become fertilizer for trees. It's not all wasted. This is how we see the cycles of nature, even when everything seems to be falling apart. This, however, is the third benefit. The most astonishing thing he said was, I had a new house idea. These days, it's common for people to claim that their homes are ready for habitation. However, I will construct a house ready to burn. The term house ready to burn is not just a matter of house design, but it is a philosophy of life. Think about it. If we build a house and prepare that it might burn down at any time, how do we design our lives? Will we accumulate a lot of stuff in our home? Are we too attached to objects? House ready to burn teaches us to live life simply. There is as much as necessary and always ready to deal with change. This doesn't mean we have to live in paranoia, but let us live mindfully. Realize the impermanence of all things. After that tragic incident, he not only constructed a new, easier-to-maintain house. However, he also came upon a fresh perspective and manner of life. He is therefore a light person, equipped to handle any shift in life. His story teaches us that even when life seems to be consumed by fire, we can still create new meaning and value by looking at the world positively and ready to learn from every situation. So, the next time you face challenges or setbacks in life, consider asking yourself, what are the benefits of this event? The response may surprise you, and that can mark the start of a significant shift in your life. An additional captivating story on positivity, and this creative person who lives in a house in the middle of a forest in the center of Bangkok, turns challenges into chances. Doesn't it sound like a dream? However, there was one issue that troubled him every morning. The scent of food is coming from the house next door. He lives next door to a Muslim and enjoys cooking first thing in the morning. Every day, the strong aroma of spices would awaken him, till my sleep became unbearable. Please make an effort to visualize it. Suddenly, as you are fast asleep, a potent curry scent fills the room. Yes, it is frustrating. He woke up one day furious, but he was unable to act. He made the decision to drive to a park close to his house to work out, and that struck him as a brilliant notion. Hey, he thought to himself, in actuality, we must give our neighbors credit. Why? The aroma of curry is what gets him motivated to work out. Please give it some thought. As city inhabitants, the majority of us are dependent on alarm clocks. However, we frequently push it to switch it off and go to bed. Alternately, you might wake up, play on your phone, sip coffee, and forget to work out. Yet, there's a curry scent. He was left with no option. No longer able to sleep. I'm not able to stay home. The only option is to work out outside in the open air. This represents a shift in viewpoint. It has transformed from a frustrating situation into something to be grateful for. Rather than harboring resentment towards your neighbor, he experienced gratitude. In addition, I feel happy that I got up early, rather than depressed or angry. I also get to work out. Build up your physical strength. My thoughts are clearer now. This tale reminds us that there are circumstances we can't always control. However, we can choose to benefit from it rather than suffer. Life's profit comes from knowing how to help others. Practitioners of the Dhamma must be able to transform negative things into positive ones, acquire the skill of seizing opportunities even in the face of unpleasant circumstances. Make it useful by altering it. Even the slights can serve as a tool for self-examination, mindfulness training, and patience exercises. This story is about a creative and the curry scent from his neighbor. Teach us valuable lessons in self-control and optimism. Let's examine how we may use this idea in our day-to-day activities. Making good out of bad comes first. It's not about playing tricks on oneself. However, it's a habit of searching for chances in every circumstance, like gridlock in traffic rather than becoming agitated. What better use for this time than to tune into an educational podcast? Conversely, give a friend you haven't spoken to in a while a call. Overworked, take this as a chance to improve your time management and prioritization skills, meeting those that are hard to get along with. Take advantage of this chance to work on your communication and patience skills. Secondly, applying for events. It's a chance for practice. It is an approach that fosters our intellectual and mental development. As an example, when you receive criticism, instead of becoming upset, take advantage of the chance to engage in introspection and attentive listening. When you miss the mark, work on embracing your errors and growing from them. Remain in the present moment and exercise patience when you are waiting in line for an extended period of time. Try to think of ways that this will benefit you. It requires consistent practice. Try completing these actions. When faced with a challenging circumstance, relax and inhale deeply. Consider the question, is there anything good I can learn or gain from this situation? Don't confine yourself with the same viewpoints. Instead, think widely. Jot down any benefits that come to mind. Select one and take action, even if it's a little issue, to truly gain. Keep in mind that being positive doesn't guarantee that we won't encounter difficulties or obstacles. However, it provides us with the means to address problems more strategically. In the end, it is a habit to consider the positive aspects of every circumstance. It does more than just make the present moment happier for us. However, it also strengthens mental defenses. That will provide us stability and strength when we face challenging times in the future. I therefore issue a challenge to everyone. Attempt implementing this idea in your day-to-day activities. From now on, even minor things, like the unsettling curry odor, will be present. It has the incredible power to improve your life beyond belief.